What's up, guys? That was game 5. Leafs just lost in overtime, barely overtime, I guess. It was kind of overtime. That may as well have been 5-minute overtime. What was that? 4-3 on a Suzuki game winner. And yeah, so this is our reaction video because
that was a 3-on-3 overtime, right? Because 2-on-0s only happen in 3-on-3
overtime. Yeah, I mean, fuck. It's shitty. Like, you knew the minute he passed it, Galchenyuk was like, "Fuck, I should have chipped it in." But there's
multiple things. One, somehow Dion Phaneuf started playing with the Leafs again and just pinched for no fucking reason and went all the way to the fucking back. And then Galchenyuk took it, could have held it, no look pass to absolutely nobody. And for us,
no, he's passing it to Muzz, and it was broadcast.
He ended up passing to the two most dangerous players that the fucking Habs have, Caulfield and Suzuki.
Yeah. I think that you just can't make that pass. Like in the playoffs, like you're the last guy back, you're covering for a pinching D-man. You cannot make a blind no look pass.
If you're covering for the pinching D-man, you have to put it back in.
Yeah,
you can't put it back because you just
covered for the guy or even hold it so you can see what's happening around you. You can't just throw it on the blue line to the other defenseman. That's just the Leafs didn't lose to the Habs tonight. The Leafs lost to the Leafs. That's what happened.
It's a tough one, man. I genuinely feel like they beat themselves, like you said, Maz. Like it's so frustrating because like this has always been the thing with Galt, right? And we felt like we rehabilitated him and that he wasn't gonna do this stuff now and that kind of thing. But like that's just an unacceptable play at this stage in the season. Like you don't make that play ever. Like that's just you don't make that play in regulation, let alone overtime.
Like I'm not we're still the much better team. Like I'm pissed, but I'm not gonna get too overly like bad on fucking Galchenyuk because aside from that, he played a fantastic game. He's been great all series.
I think the only problem here was that I just didn't want to go to Game 6 because they get fans.
No, bro. I want their fans to be in the building. I want them to feel it.
Yeah,
I want them to
the thing is, these guys haven't played in front of people.
Matthews is gonna look at them and just wave them goodbye.
But regardless, here's the thing, guys. Like these guys haven't played in front of people in about a year and a half, right? So this is going to be, regardless of an advantage to the Habs or the Leafs, this is going to be a jarring experience, even if it's only 2,500 people. Because they just haven't had that to deal with, right? On top of that, you're talking about referees who have put the whistle away, and then a team that is throwing around dirty hits that's going to get cheered on for those dirty hits that then the referees will let get away with. So then you're talking about momentum swings there now that we have to deal with. Again, not a problem. They can still beat this team. There's not that big a deal. It's just I didn't want to have to deal with this because you just made it that much harder.
Yeah.
What I didn't want to deal with is my two Habs coworkers at work. I was so ready to say you guys blew a 3-0 lead. Oh my God. And then that happened.
I mean, they're still down 3-2 at the end of the day. Hey, listen, the whole point of going up 3-1 is you get 3 chances to close it up, right?
Yeah.
That's the whole point, right? What I didn't like during this game was the way, like in the first period after 2 goals, like everyone just fucking blew up on the Leafs. I'm like, come on, guys, like we gotta stop this.
3 minutes left. This team tied a game down 3 goals in 2 minutes last year.
That shit pissed me off because I was like for fuck's sakes, guys, like we gotta stop doing this with this team. And trust me, I've been watching this team for quite some time too.
Yeah. It's a loser's mentality, man. Like I think that's what it is, right? Like people are so used to losing that they want to make things terrible in their mind before it happens, so that they are prepared for it.
It's not as bad when it actually happens because you smoke it.
Yeah, exactly. So I feel like we got to get it out of our system as Leafs fans. I think that'll come with winning, But I'm with you, man. Like I think honestly, Gauch, like you said, it's a loser's mentality. We need to, as a fan base, get out of that habit, because like this team is too good to have that kind of mindset that like, oh, the game is over. Like we've seen this team come back from like multi goal. Like they came back against the Jackets last year with like 5 minutes left, man. They can do anything. So I'm not like, we need to get that out of our system, but they need to give us reason to get it out of our system. And
Yeah,
so
to
the
get out
best
of
way to do that
losing
is to
mentality.
close it out in game 6, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like you have to close it in game 6. If this shit goes to game 7, like the whole momentum thing you spoke about, that just kicks in even more.
Well, I mean, if it goes to, I mean, not knock on wood, if not that I wanted to, obviously, but if it ever had to go to game 7, I would open the doors myself, take the fine, and I'd be in the fucking stands, because I'd be like, no, they're not doing this without us. If I had to, I'd fucking get every hospital in there in the stands. Like, fuck that shit. Like, fuck Montreal getting to have fans in there and us not, when we have the clear fucking home. No, fuck that shit. But regardless, finish them out there, let them riot, enjoy the riot. I know countless people who have been there before when Montreal's rioted, and it's always funny stories. So I would love to hear more, to be honest.
Yeah.
What do you guys think next game's plan is? I think they sit Sandin and Dermott comes in.
Yeah, I think so too. I think like I was debating with the people I was watching the game with today. Like, I think, he's a young player, and I think you've got to this is a moment. I'm not a huge fan of protecting young players in certain situations, because I feel like people do it too much. But I think this is one of those situations where, like, I think sitting him in hindsight might have been a mistake, because he was riding a bunch of confidence and then got sat and then came back, and he looked really tentative today, like he was trying to hold his spot, and it led to mistakes, I think. And then I think that you're right. I think they will put Dermott in, and I think my phone's about to die, so I'm going to quickly wrap up my thoughts. I think I'm still confident in this team. I think they still win in 6. I'm confident that they'll go. What we need now, though, and I hate to say it, but we need a Matthews and Marner takeover game. Like,
I guarantee you, I will bet money on it that next game Matthews puts the dagger in. There's no way. I know for a fact.
When we were going into overtime, I was like, this game is crying out for an Austin Matthews wrister, bar down, like, just so we can absolutely all lose it.
It's just he never got the puck that way.
Never
that
got
was
the
shitty
chance,
part.
right? Yeah. So like I think this series is crying out for him to take it over, and I think that's what we need. We need to separate ourselves from the Canadiens, and we need our top level talent to take over a game. And I think that we can't go through a whole series, because now it's 6 games. We can't go through a whole series where Austin Matthews wasn't the best Leaf for any of the games, right? So he's got to take over, and I'm confident that he will. So I think we saw signs of it. Like, that first line looked a lot better tonight than they have in previous games. Mm-hmm. I still think there was a lot of tentativeness from Heineman and Marner sometimes. It just seemed to happen that Austin was the one breaking the puck out, and those two were the ones getting the chances. And then they just either held the puck too long, took a shot right at Carey's chest, But I'm confident that line is starting to get going, and I think we'll see them take over in game 6 and win the game.
One of the other things is that the reason Matthews was like the one breaking it out is he was one of the first ones back. Yeah, it's a part of the narrative that hasn't been discussed about Matthews is he has been consistently one of the first ones back. And people who online will say he plays terrible defense or doesn't know how to play defense. You're not watching the game, or you're just purposely an idiot. You're just a low IQ person that shouldn't be talking.
Like, he either comes back, he's the first one back, or the reason he's not back is because he stick lifted, stole the puck, and he's going the other way already.
One thing I did like was Keith's willingness to kind of start moving Nylander around, to double shift and stuff. One thing I thought he could have done was, regardless of benching Sandin, he could have played Sandin on that power play, because that's the thing that you think he's good at. So I was a little confused about not playing him there. I was like, yeah, fuck it. You should like give the kid a bit of confidence back.
Are you
Yeah.
really confused when Joe Thornton started and Nylander didn't? Like,
Yeah,
And then
that's true
Nylander
as
comes
well.
on within 2 seconds. There's an
and
opportunity.
almost scores. And like,
Bro, literally that guy, like how many times does this need to happen that like our power play is doing nothing and Nylander steps over the boards and there's automatically a chance before someone gets it into their mind that this dude needs to be on that first unit all the time.
imagine having two players that are going to shoot and destroy you from wherever they shoot.
The
The
other
Habs would not know how to defend that, how to kill that.
The other thing is we're not. Let's be honest. We're not gonna get 5 power plays. There's no need to split this shit up. Load up
Yeah.
one power play, play him for a minute 45, and then have
Yeah.
the line that's gonna play the 5-on-5 come in after that. That's it.
Like if JT's here, sure, split the power play. I'm completely fine with that.
No, fuck
JT
that.
and
Put
Willie,
JT on
sure.
that line too.
Fuck it, yeah. For a game where you need to score, why isn't it loaded? Like what's I
I
know
don't know.
Manny Malhotra has a phone. Like I know you look at Twitter once in a while. Like what the fuck is happening?
Bro, if that guy I have stood by Dubas and Keefe from the beginning, but if that guy is back here next season, I'm rioting. I'm gonna join Baghead Twitter for a day or something because I am like that dude can never work on the Leafs again.
He's done wonders for their faceoffs and like the sentiment and like their faceoff efficiency has gotten a lot better. But that's it. But I don't care about that. I have Austin Matthews, Mitch Marner, William Nylander, John Tavares. My power play better be fucking 30% for the entire damn season.
Yeah, it's unreal, man. So yeah, I'm gonna hop out. I'm gonna give my 3 stars quick. It's a tough one today. I'm gonna give Nylander my first star again. I feel like every time he gets the puck, something happens and something good happens. So he was awesome today. Muzz, I'm gonna give number 2 just because he got 2 goals. And then my 3rd star, I'm going to give to Jack Campbell today because even though he let in 3 goals, I don't think he had a chance on many of them. And I think he held us in it when we were down 3-1 in that 3rd period and made a bunch of good saves to keep us in it. So I think we still win Game 6. I'm confident, but it hurts tonight because I feel like we should have won this game. Like we came all the way back. Yeah, we came all the way back. We had all the momentum in the world going into overtime, and then one just absolute space galaxy brain play takes that away from us. And I don't know. It's a tough one to solve tonight, but
we're Leafs fans. Is there any other way to do it?
Yeah, you're right. All right, boys. My phone's about to die, but I'll hopefully be home soon. If not, have a good one tonight.
All right, man.
Sounds good. Maz, what would be your 3 stars?
Number 1's Willie. Like it's not close. Every single time that man touched the puck, it was offensive zone, chance after chance. He got triple shifted. Matthews doesn't even get triple shifted sometimes. What the fuck was that? Number 2, like you got to give to Muzzin. He got 2 goals. If I don't give him 1 of the stars, I look like a dumbass. 3, I don't know who else. Maybe Hyman, just because he was working his ass off every single shift, trying his hardest to get something going for the top line, which he did. Like that goal with Mitch Marner doesn't happen if it's not for Hyman stirring up shit in front of the net. Because Marner held it for way too long, and luckily it started bouncing off people because Hyman's up there busting shit up like he normally does. But that's just a pity 3rd star. I don't really have a 3rd star because only 2 people actually did anything. Galchenyuk would have got 3rd star.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It's, I mean, for me, I actually have Muzzin as 1st star just because you get 2 goals to me. Like you get that. I actually have Brody as my 2nd star. He, I thought, was pretty. He had a calming presence. Anytime he had the puck, he was making a lot of good decisions.
Isn't that him every game though?
Pardon?
Isn't that him every game though?
Yeah, but then the thing is, in a game like this where things seemingly is going wrong in the first period, a defenseman like that is invaluable, right? Third star, I mean, you could obviously argue Nylander or Hyman. I'll give it to Nylander just because there were points where he was the only dangerous guy when everyone wasn't clicking yet. But yeah, like I was almost tempted to go all defensemen and put Riley there, but like Riley did have a decent game though. Like
I thought he had a great game. I
like
don't think he did anything wrong.
he's honestly stepped up in the playoffs. All right, let's we'll wrap this up. We'll get to our first reaction. I have one guy waiting, so I'm just gonna end this one real quick.